Hi and welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's Tanji. If you have been a follower already, then you will probably know or see that I normally film my videos in a different setup, and that is because I have changed my sewing space / sewing room quite a bit. And this video, I just thought I will do a bit of a mishmash, kind of talking about everything video with you, or for you. Yeah, just because, as I said, I redid the sewing room and I want to show you that. It's not finished yet, but I can show you what I've done so far. And then I also thought I would show you what I have been making over the past, I think, 2 or 3 weeks, which is, I think, 4 pieces, 4 garments. And yeah, let's get started. And the first thing that I have made and actually have finished yesterday is a dress, and it is a cotton dress, a cotton lawn dress. I can't remember when I made that kind of dress the last time. I think it has been quite a long period for me without making like cotton dresses. I made lots of knit garments, cozy garments over the past few months. But yeah, the Aspen Dress by Fabric Godmother came out not too long ago, and when I saw the pattern, I fell in love with it. I love a good shirt dress in general, and something about this kind of shirt dress really intrigued me, and I think it is the zipper detail at the front especially. It just is a bit of a modern take on a classic shirt dress, and also I really like the patch pockets that it has on both sides. And yeah, then it has like long or short sleeves. I made the long sleeves with a cuff at the bottom, and like some poofy sleeves, but not too poofy. And then it goes down. I shortened it for, I think, 5 centimeters, and it comes up to a few centimeters below my knees. And I made the smallest size. This is my very first Fabric Godmother pattern as well. I like the instructions. I think it came together very nicely. And yeah, I mean, it's not a super complex or difficult dress anyways, but yeah, I really like it. And I will definitely try to put in pictures probably here somewhere so you can see the dress a bit better, because I'm sitting right now. I made it from a cotton lawn fabric from a store in Vienna, which is called Komolka, and I bought it around 1 or 2 years ago, I think 1 year ago, and it was in a kind of scrap basket and cost, I think, €3 per meter. So I picked up 4 meters, which I didn't remember. I thought it was 3. But that was a very lucky accident, because the pattern would have asked for almost 4 meters. However, I could get it out of 3, I think, around 3 meters. I don't know why they always like count so much too much fabric. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think it's good that it only takes 3 meters, which is quite a lot for me anyways, but 4 meters would have been a lot. But I really don't know why it said it takes 3 meters 80, I think, and yeah, it took me around 2 meters 90 probably. But yeah, that's a different topic. I really like the dress. I realized over the past few months, or maybe the year of 2024, that I am not a big fan of printed fabrics, just in terms that I don't feel my best in them. And this was before I bought this fabric before I realized that. But I think it is I mean, it has zebras on it and it is quite a bold print in that, but in terms of colors, it is not. So I think it will be something I will wear, but if I'm being realistic, I think it's probably not a garment that I will wear on rotation, just because it is a bit more out there in terms of, yeah, the pattern on the fabric. But if I come to realize that I in general like to wear this dress to work, for example, then I would really like to make one out of a denim fabric. They also have one of the sample garments Fabric Godmother made, which is also on the envelope, I think, is made from a denim fabric, and I think that looks very, very classic, and I could imagine myself wearing that more than this one, but I already had this fabric in my stash, and it was kind of a wearable toile in that way. But yeah, if I come to like it, I will definitely purchase some lightweight denim fabric in a classic like mid blue, I think, and then I would make the dress again. And in terms of being comfortable, it is very comfy. It has quite a loose fit, but it is not too loose at the top. The sleeves are also very comfy. I'm wearing a long sleeved heat tech layer underneath because it is currently snowing in Austria again, and let me tell you, I'm not prepared for winter again. I want to have spring. But yeah, what can you do about the weather? Nothing, so I will just accept the situation, I guess. And it is maybe not the worst because I made some winter appropriate garments, and I will start with, everything's coming down now. I will start with this cute little vest. It is my mother-in-law called it a wood chucker vibe or something like that. It looks like this, and it is yes, like I said, a vest. It is fully lined. It is quite warm. It is oversized, and I made it from a pattern. I hacked a pattern by Sewing Machina, who is a very cool and on-trend German pattern designer. And I bought the Jakob jacket from her, and then I just took off the sleeves and I made the version without a collar. And yeah, I took a bit off the sleeve seams because it was quite like hanging down on your shoulders. I don't know what my cat is doing behind me, but she loves this chair. This chair is new and she loves it. But yeah, this is a very hacked pattern, but Sewing Machine also has a pattern which is called the Werner, and it looks exactly like this. But yeah, I thought I get a bit of a 2-in-1 kind of deal with hacking it myself. And then I added some side seam pockets, and it is a super, super soft and cozy, slightly stretchy teddy kind of fabric. I got this from a local to me fabric store for I think 12 euros a meter, which is very good, I think. And then I fully lined it with a cotton jersey that I got at a flea market recently. And in terms of color, I think that goes quite nicely. And then I added, for the second time in my life, snaps, like metal snaps, to this gilet vest, whatever. and it worked out so well. I got a little set of Amazon, which I will also link down below, and it comes with silver, gold, brass, and kind of a gunmetal color snaps, and there are the tools inside except the hammer to apply the snaps, and also there are instructions in there, and it worked really perfectly. I was quite pleasantly surprised, and I think the golden snaps add a slightly more like not luxe, but more, it's not so much woodchucker vibes, I think, with the gold snaps, because I also tried the brassy kind of ones, and they looked a bit more like outdoorish, and yeah, these look quite chic. I wore it over a pussy bow blouse to work this week and got some compliments from a coworker, which was very nice. And yeah, I think this is going to be a very cozy top layer for the upcoming cooler spring month, and I'm very happy with it. The vests I made before, I've never been quite satisfied with, and so this is a definite win, and the texture really fits my new chair in the sewing room. And in terms of the texture, I made another garment from the same fabric but in a different color, and this is the LB pullover by Paper Theory, without the sleeves obviously, and this was probably the quickest make I ever made, and it is such a cozy layer to wear on its own or on top of like a long sleeve shirt, which I also did this week at work. And it is just a very snuggly and cozy little pullover. I wanted to get the LB pullover for quite some time now, because Cara from So Mad and also Sarah from So Sarah Style, they make this pattern quite a lot, and I love it on them. And yeah, I finally got it and made it from this super cozy, slightly stretchy fabric, and it is a very nice layer. And yeah, I also wore it with leggings on its own for a little breakfast with my partner at the weekend. And then the last thing I made, I'm quite proud of, I have to say. This is a soft shell jacket, and it was my first time working with soft shell fabric. I got this from Stoffe Hemmers, which is a German online fabric store, and the pattern is by Selfmade. I don't know the number, but I will link it down below. I made the smallest size, which is a 36, but I took in the side seams a lot because it otherwise would have come up quite big on me. And yeah, I just made up the long sleeved version, and it has a little cuff at the bottom here at the sleeves, and then there is a elastic in the collar here at the front, and a little pocket that you can open and use here. And then there are also side pockets, which are like secret side pockets. And inside the fabric is, as a soft shell fabric is normally, super cozy, and outside obviously this beautiful leopard print. And then it is partly lined as well, for which I used some leftovers, which is a jacquard fabric that I also got from Selfmade. And it is a super nice jacket. I really do like it. I am very proud of it, and I'm super pleased to have a soft shell jacket that is leopard, because I never saw a leopard soft shell jacket anywhere in a shop. And now for my spring outdoor activities, I have the perfect little garment to wear. And I think this fabric is also water resistant, not waterproof I think, but it is water resistant. And yeah, super pleased with this one. That's it from the back. It has a little yoke there. And yeah, I also have to say that the Stoffe Hammers online store is very well stocked in terms of fabrics. They do have a very great selection of many different fabrics, lots of leopard prints and teddy fabrics. So I'm very happy that I found that one. And now on to what I did to my sewing room. And before I show you around, just a quick explanation. My partner and I will still share this room. He has a desk where there is his computer and his monitors on it, and he uses it to play his computer games. And I took over the most part of the room, which he is okay with, and I'm super grateful for that because my hobby takes up a lot of space. And I have decided in January that I will quit my work as a self-employed woman and I'm going back to being more or less full-time employed. I have a great job that I love and at a local children's home, and I also do some teaching here and there. So I'm back to doing that full time, and I don't really need a home office space anymore because I work in our home office only about every 2 weeks, one day or half a day, which is not a lot. And so I decided to I decided that I basically don't need my home office desk with the second monitor anymore, and I could use the second desk as a sewing desk as well, and so that I have a bigger table, one bigger table, I put them together and changed the layout of the room quite a bit, which in my opinion makes the room feel a lot bigger. And I could also put in this cozy little chair. And yeah, that's the backstory behind why I redid our hobby room basically. And now I'm going to show you what it currently looks like. Okay, so when you come into the room, you will see my partner's little setup here. And then where it has changed is the other side of the room. And I will quickly close the door and zoom out a little bit, because this is where my sewing desk was before. And that's why also the pegboard is still hanging there, but I'm getting that off the wall here. And here is a new little space with a cozy little chair that I treated myself to, and a pillow. And then I already had this as well, but now my little, it's like a play sewing machine. I got it at a vintage store, but I think it could technically sew, is on. There will be a little difference in the audio of this video now because I just realized that my mic didn't work anymore. So yeah, I'm doing it a second time without the mic now. But yeah, this is my little cozy corner where I can do hand sewing or just drinking tea and yeah, like reading a book or searching for inspiration. And this is now my sewing table setup. Before, my home office desk was in the corner over there, and now I just put both tables together and made one big worktop, which is amazing because it now has my green big sewing mat on it, and I can cut all my projects out right here with a rotary cutter or a scissor, and that's so convenient. It's very different to cutting on the floor, honestly. And now I have my overlocker here and my sewing machine there. My laptop sits here sometimes for instructions. Then I have my sewing trolley here on the side with my little speaker on that I treated myself to after Christmas. And if we move to this side of the room, here is still my fabric stash, my printer, and then my beautiful Singer vintage sewing machine and my sewing books over here. And then if we go to the other side of the room, here you can see I have my sewing machine and my chest of drawers here, and then a little picture of me and my bestie and my task light. And then what I want to do at the weekend is get the pegboard over here, and then get or put this little book shelf to where the chair is, so I can put books on there, maybe also my sewing books. And I think that will be very convenient to have all my sewing tools over here at this side of the wall. And then I got rid of the clothing rack that I had here, just because I thought I don't need another clothing rack, and it didn't really serve the purpose anymore. And yeah, that's my sewing space from this side. I think it is super lovely, bright and cozy, and yeah, it is quite, here is my ironing station, by the way. It is quite a good sewing space, I think, for what we have available in this flat. And I'm, as I said, very grateful to my partner that he lets me have so much space in this room. Back to my face now and without the microphone. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed that little tour of my sewing space. I will definitely update you as soon as I put the pegboard to the other side and maybe have a nice little book rack here with some plants. I'm very looking forward to that. But yeah, I will definitely keep you up to date. I hope you enjoyed today's video in general. I did quite a bit of a different style today. But yeah, as always, I'm super grateful for you having watched it, and if you could give it a thumbs up and also subscribe, then I would be very, very happy. I wish you a great weekend or week whenever you're watching, and take care, guys. Bye.